Hi everyone, and welcome to another video with me, your host, David KC, and today we're going to be hopping in some Mythgard. The deck we're playing today is brought to you by Tempest. Well, brought to you by me, but I found this off of Tempest. And let's go over the card choices really quickly. I'm not going to try and talk your ear off. So 2 Extract Life, really solid removal spell plus life gain against bigger decks. Kind of lackluster against the littler aggro decks, so this is a deck to be played when the meta is greedy as opposed to when the meta is aggressive. 4 Trapezist, pretty solid 2-drop, don't need to talk much about this card. Shophorn Bull, that's again one of the great staple 3-drops in red. Card filter plus exchanging tokens, ephemeral cards for real cards is always great. Oak of Edanya, staple. Wings of Abaddon, again staple. Gika, staple. Card is a little too good if you catch my drift. We got Magmataur, again staple in any red deck that tries to go a little bit bigger. Stairway to Hades, same thing. And 7 Ring Ritual, this card wins games, has won me multiple games. Our green splash includes Wake the Bones to pull back one of our solid creatures. Like these 3, Angel, Perry, and Magmataur, sometimes even a Wings for lethal. We're also doing Boneyard Abomination Dire Benediction combo, and for those of you unfamiliar, Dire Benediction deals damage to the opposing player of a minions equal to its strength. So we make a big Boneyard, and then we return its strength to 0 and deal all that damage directly to their face. This can sometimes act as a removal spell, although I will admit I have never used it as such. And then we have Shroud of the Pit. Shroud of the Pit is really good value engine. You're just going to see a lot of green splashes in decks just for this card. And sometimes Wake the Bone, other such good value green cards. And it works extremely well in orange decks because to Heaven and Back reduces the mana cost by 2, sometimes reducing it all the way to 0. And when you're bringing back a creature with 0, it uses 0 energy, so you can continue to build energy to get your bigger creatures back, like Perry, Scion, Kushiel, Armageddon Angel, and the likes, and while still pulling creatures back, which is pretty insane. Eager Recruit, arguably the best 1-drop in the game, works really well with Bull by giving you a token, like we talked about, to ship back into your deck for an actual card. Dark Passenger, great for trading your little guys up into bigger guys, and we have a bunch of little guys. And we have Xerxian Recruiter, just a solid 2-drop cantrip. Usually draws, occasionally doesn't, but the cards that it doesn't draw off of are pretty solid, so we're not too upset when it doesn't draw because we know we're getting a good draw. Dire Benediction, this doesn't only work with Boneyard Abomination. Sometimes you get a big Angel and then they try and block it and you just Dire Benediction them for lethal. Or sometimes you pump up a Wings of Abaddon up to a 5, you get in for 5, put them to 5 or less, and then Dire Benediction that. So solid way to give us extra reach. Because we're not playing as many 1-drops, we're playing the full 3 Shadowvar Beast. I will admit, after the patch, I thought this creature had kind of died and was going to fall away into nothingness, but this card is actually proven to still have legs, 4 of them to be precise, and still carries its weight. It's really hard for early game creatures to trade into this one because it still deals 2 damage while essentially having 4 toughness because it gives the opposing minions -1, -0. So helps mitigate some of our lack of early game. Perry at the Gates, arguably the best card draw in orange, so we're obviously playing the maximum number of those. Scion, the best orange card in the game, closely followed by Armageddon Angel, which we're playing both of. Seal of Exile is one of the best removal spells in the game. It does have a significant downside, which is why we're only playing one of them. Temptation, I love this card. It does have the drawback of if you can't kill that creature off or kill your opponent the turn you play this, they do get their minion back with its mana cost reduced by 4 permanently, which is pretty huge. But we have Wings of Abaddon to help mitigate that a little bit. Kushiel, probably the biggest stat stick in orange without having an actual enter the battlefield effect. Lavish Proxy. This card has been quite lackluster for me, but until we get something better to replace it with, it'll probably stay. I'll try Solemn's Gale once I am able to craft it. Then we have Armageddon Angel, staple in just about any orange deck that tends to go even the slightest bit longer than normal. And then Fated Firebird. This card is great against mid-range and control decks. Kind of lackluster against aggro decks because you do lose life as it dies, but comes back to your hand. But it's still a 5/4 for 4, so very solidly statted, and the agile is pretty huge. Alright, let's get into some games. Go ahead and hop in casual, and look at that. Already found a match. And it's against Tempest, the creator. I don't know that he necessarily created the deck, but I did get it from him, so.
All right, ahead.
Is he playing Turn of the Seasons Valkyries? Does he know how bad that is? I'm just kidding. Valkyries is a solid deck. It just doesn't like to work for me. We went ahead and burned Extract Life. 3 gems means we're not going to get to it for quite some time. And we're hopefully going to be able to play Trapezus next turn. Bald Mountain. What is going on? Oh, man. Spirit Stones. Whew. Tempest, my man. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? I am so confused. Like, I don't even know what to do. I think we're going to burn Boneyard. I really like most of my orange spells, and I want to get a little bit more information before I decide which one I want to burn. And then we'll go ahead and take this trade. Whew. Yeah, I'm thoroughly confused. I can probably guess that this is a Shinobi of Smoke, like, without a doubt. So we actually might save our Seal of Exile. I'm probably going to have to burn Armageddon Angel, just because I feel like I'm going to need most of my orange cards, and if I'm casting Seal of Exile, it's going to be a long time before I can get to this. And then I'll go ahead and play a Shadowvar Beast. Just try and stay on curve. If it ends up not being a Shinobi of Smoke, then we could potentially move this over. But yeah, I am thoroughly confused. I guess that's why Tempest isn't casual right now. Memeing it up.
That's very interesting.
Interesting. It was a Shinobi of Smoke, but he decided not to use his mana to come over here and trade. So I think we're gonna parry here.
Fortune favors us.
Hopefully find a red card. And I'll take Trapezist just in case I don't end up playing Magnetar. I can potentially Trapezist plus Deadly, and then we'll chip in and pass the turn. Also, Trapezist can trade into it because it's winter. Ooh. Ooh. This Magnetar, though. So, unfortunately, we are going to lose the Magnetar. This is a Spirit, but the 3-for-1 is totally worth it. Totally worth it. Like, not even upset about it. Wait, what? Huh. So I guess because it died, it was... I feel like this should have been ephemeral when it got bounced. That's interesting. I feel like that was a that's a bug. So I'm gonna try and avoid playing this because I feel like that's unfair. I'm gonna have to put that in the Discord. I am no Spirit Stones expert by any means, so I could not tell you if that was intended or not. And I'm going to go ahead and burn the Trapezist, just make sure I can cast Extract Life. Again, like I said, I'm going to try and avoid casting the Magnetar until I can... Because I feel like that was a bug. I feel like it should have been ephemeral. I could be totally wrong, but I do plan on posting it in the bug section of the Discord. We're just going to load up our board. Purple-green doesn't have any good sweepers, and the second blue means he can Cataclysm, but... Or not Cataclysm, but Thunderclap. But that only deals with 2 of our 4 creatures. And we have an answer for this, so we're not really too worried about what's going on. So I'll go ahead and burn that, keeping Seal of Exile and Armageddon Angel. Yeah, there's no... If I play this, then I can't pump, so I'll just go ahead and pump. And Extract Life. So I'll play that. And then we have lethal with Shroud of the Pit plus Trapezist. So, and that's if he uses a Thunderclap or Cataclysm to wipe the board, or Magnus. And that's that. Alright, I think we got time for one more game, which is great. I love playing games with this deck. I do think it's worse than the typical red-orange with Journey and more creatures and less extract life. That's like the biggest card that you don't want to play if you're playing red-orange Journey. But I do find it funner. I like the more mid-range style instead of just like aggro smash your face, and then when, you know, like they start to stabilize, you're just like, well, here's Stairway to Hades, or here's To Heaven and Back, or both. Deal with it, on top of the fact that you're almost dead, so good luck. Remember, if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. And follow me on Twitch. There will be a link in the description below. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please let me know in the comments section. I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And if there's any decks you would like to see, again, leave that in the comment section below. I love playing Mythgard. I really don't care what I'm playing as long as I'm playing something. I'm not a fan of playing Valkyries, but if people really want to see me play it, I'll play it. Other than that, there's not many decks that I'm just like, no, I don't want to play that. Like, I play all the decks, expand my skill set. I play aggro, I play control, I play mid-range, I play combo. I try not to have a bias, though I do prefer mid-range control-esque style decks, but I try not to let that get in my way of growth as a player. So I'm willing to play just about anything. Man, this wait time though, right? I hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you enjoy the video. I do know I am aware of the sounds, and it's not the best of quality, and I am working on it. Tempest again. Oh my goodness. Sorry, buddy. So because I have a Stairway to Hades already, I'm going to go ahead and burn the To Heaven and Back, since I don't have a 1-drop, and hopefully draw another orange card for Recruiter. And if not, I can always burn Extract Life and then play Trapezist and trade. That makes sense. Yep, so we drew the orange card, so rewarded for our line of play here.
Hey there.
Unfortunately, we did not get to draw a card off of that, so that's kind of unfortunate, but you can't get them all. That is a spirit. Alright, well, we are in a little bit of trouble. because we don't have a good answer for that, but we'll go ahead and take this trade here. And we'll plan on burning Wake the Bones and deploying Fated Firebird next turn. Murmur. So, unfortunately, I have to play this in a corner. Because it's winter, he can impel over and trade into 2 and 6 or anywhere in between. So, and it's winter, so that first strike damage would just outright kill this. So I got to play in a corner. That's not a spirit. What are you doing? So I think we're going to go ahead and deploy the Magmatar here. Get rid of the first striker. And then plan on hopefully he plays one more creature into the Gika and we can Gika this off the table. We do take a little bit more damage with this sequencing, but I feel like it's going to open us up better for a 2-for-1 as opposed to just a 1-for-1. Interesting. Since he didn't play anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and burn the Boneyard Abomination, deploy Wings of Abaddon, buff, and I'll go ahead and sack Magmatar. This will force a response because you can't just let this sit on the table. And we'll pass the turn. Unfortunately, it's got 1 toughness, so it's really easy to respond to with Shadow Racer or something like that, but we'll get rid of the Dire Benediction here. And then we'll play Beast here and Firebird here. And between Seal and Gika, I feel like we're in an okay spot. It could be better, but it also could be a lot worse. This can trade here because of Fragile. And then this can stop any blockers that he tries to play, as long as he only plays 1. And if he plays some, and if he just plays 1, I might even Seal of Exile, depending. Just because I've got to get this off the table. That's pretty rough. Not gonna lie. But we got a good draw in Trapezist, so that was a little bit of missequencing. I kind of forgot about Winter. So we'll do that. He only has 3 cards in hand, so I'm tempted to burn the Gika, but I feel like I will regret it. So I'm just gonna pass the turn. I like all my cards.
Leave it all on the track.
He played a spirit. I wonder which spirit it could be. So I'll go ahead and deploy Bull and see if I can't find a better answer than Seal of Exile. And because I'm at such a low life total, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Fated Firebird, which is really unfortunate, but I feel necessary. And then we'll Seal of Exile that. That's really rough, drawing our triple orange right after we use Seal of Exile. I feel like Stairway to Hades is the least useful card here. And we'll burn so we have triple orange. And now it's a question of do we Armageddon Angel or do we Boneyard Abomination? He just burnt a spirit away. But I feel like he's the type of player that wouldn't do that unless he had another one in hand or really wanted triple purple. So I'm gonna smash face and play Angel. This forces him to have some sort of answer for this card, and if not, we have Boneyard as Boneyard Abomination as a follow-up. And that way we don't have to play our... Well, that's rude. So we cannot deal damage with this. Or we die. Oh boy.
Reporting.
Come in.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Let's go. Let's go. I don't think that this play is correct, but we're pretty far behind, and we have to do something before this deals 6 damage. And he had the spirit away. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And so we don't accidentally die, we're just going to go ahead and do this.
That's very interesting.
Oh, my floors.
That was a good draw. That was a good draw. So we'll go ahead and take this trade. We'll pump this up. and we'll get rid of that. Alright, and I feel pretty good about my spot. He has deported for the Firebird, but we're chipping away steadily, and we just got to keep him from keeping a creature on Bald Mountain, and we should be good.
Leave it all.
So Racer pulls back. Interesting. Nice. That was a really cool play.
Fortune favors us.
Let's see what else we can find here. In hindsight, I should have moved this over one so that if he plays something on Bald Mountain, I can Temptation it.
Leave it all on the track.
And that's game. Alright. Good game, Tempest. Sorry I had to beat you twice with your own deck while you're trying to meme in casual. But, yeah, guys. That's going to be it. And I should be bringing back come back with another video in a day or two. So, hit that subscribe button so you know when that comes out. And, again, there will be a link posted down below for you to follow me on Twitch, and hopefully I'll see you there. Y'all have a great weekend and rest of the week. Bye.